Howdy's gamers, this is Game Sergeant Scurry, and this is a different kind of video that I'm going to be doing, where I'm talking directly to Nintendo. It's basically a rant about Splatoon, or specifically about Splatoon 2. And it's going to be 3 things that they have got to do to fix Splatoon when it comes out, because they are going to be making a Splatoon 2. They haven't confirmed it or anything, but that's exactly what they said when they said they weren't gonna make a Smash for the Wii or Smash for Wii U. They said Melee was gonna be the last Smash game. They said Brawl was gonna be the last Smash game. They probably said this was gonna be the last Smash game. I didn't keep up with that one, but they're gonna make another Smash game. There's already rumors that it's gonna be a launch title on the NX. Splatoon is way too successful, especially on the Wii U. The Wii U is not the worst selling console. Not talking about the Virtual Boy in Nintendo's history. And Splatoon still sold over 4 million copies. I believe it's 4 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, but roughly 4 million. So it's too successful for it to be a one and done thing. So, but anyway, like I said, these are 3 things that have to happen when Splatoon 2 comes out, because like Splatoon is a really great game. It's one of the best games of the year. It won best multiplayer in the the Game of the Year awards, but at the same time, it's also one of the worst games of the year. Yeah, all you Splatoon fanboys are gonna, all you Splatoon fanboys are thinking, and don't get me wrong, I'm a Splatoon fanboy too. It was one of my favorite games of the year, but it also it's lacking so many things that other shooter games have, that it's like basic stuff that if it's an online game, it should have it. An online multiplayer game especially. But I'll go ahead and start off with I'll go in order of most importance, but the most important last. So the first thing is the local online not online, it's just local multiplayer. I'm not talking about Battle Dojo, although that could, I mean, they could keep that in. They can keep that in, but there needs to be some kind of split screen, not with the gamepad, where you, because I honestly want to be able to use this controller, or not specifically this controller, but a regular controller. All they need to do is just give it gyro sensitivity, and I know the obvious argument is that there's no touchscreen on it, so you won't be able to jump to your teammates. All they would need to do, there's like 3 buttons that Splatoon doesn't even use, so all they could do is use those 3 buttons as a way to jump to your teammates. There's 3 other teammates, so use that to jump to them. So I don't know. They don't use regular, R bumper. They don't use Y. They don't use B. They don't use A. Actually, you know what? They can use A. Actually, they do use Y. But B, A, and this to jump to your teammates. Simple as that. But anyway, and then they can have like a mini map up here so you can see it if you don't have your thing. But anyway, for player split screen, we don't care if the frame rate drops from 60 frames to 30 frames. And especially if you're going to have a 4K console on the NX, it better be 4K. The PlayStation 4 Neo and the Xbox whatever, they're pushing for 4K graphics. I'm surprisingly, the Wii U can handle HD a lot better than people used to think, at least with the games that are coming out. There's a lot more 1080p, well, in its early stages. There's a lot more 1080p 60 frame a second games on the Wii U than you think. But it can barely handle them. And when you do split screen stuff, the frame rate significantly drops. But especially with the gamepad. And basically, if the NX can handle 4K, there shouldn't be a problem with frame rate drops. If anything, if it drops from 60 frames to anything, it'll probably be 40 frames if it's a 4K console. But it's just something it's just self-explanatory. I'm not trying to compare this to Call of Duty or Halo or something like that, but it's just like common sense to put a multiplayer, mode, a local multiplayer mode, split screen, in a shooter. And it's not just a shooter. Every other Nintendo game, I know Nintendo doesn't make shooters, except for Splatoon, but still, Smash Brothers has it, Mario Kart has it, Pokken has it to an extent. And that's really it. Oh, Mario 3D World has it. It doesn't have online multiplayer, but that's Mario 3D World. I haven't played that game in a year, but still, it's just something that just should be in the game. And also with local multiplayer, this also pertains to co-op single player mode. This is another thing that I feel like this is a dead giveaway too, especially with the gamepad. Like, what do you use the gamepad for in single player mode? To jump to a different section in the hub world. That's it. The only other thing is it shows you the rest of the map where you are in the single player mode. You can't jump to anything in single, like when you go into the levels and stuff. It's not used for anything. Obviously, they'd have to have a bigger, single player mode. But like I said, the gamepad's not being used for anything other than just a secondary, just a mini map. That second screen can easily be used as a second player, a co-op player, or I guess the co-op player would have to use the big screen. But still, like, the gamepad's not being used for anything other than a mini map that no one looks at. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna ask you guys, when you were playing the single player mode, did you ever look at the gamepad other than to jump to hub, like one section of the hub world to the other section? I didn't. I just looked at the gamepad to see what was on the gamepad. It's just a mini map. They need to make it so you can do co-op. It's pretty, like, there shouldn't be a problem in it. There's not a problem with the regular Battle Dojo when they do it on that, so there wouldn't be a problem doing it in the single player mode. And really, that's all I can think about. I guess with the local multiplayer, they could put all the regular modes except, or they could even do a free-for-all kind of thing, where there's just 4 different colors of ink spraying across the map and you do it that way. But it's just something that should be in the game. The second thing they need to do to improve, well, Nintendo, second thing you need to do to improve Splatoon, and it needs to happen, the online features, the basic online features, not talking about voice chat, I'll get into that later. That's a whole nother topic. But specifically the menus and stuff that it has nothing to do with the battle itself. But my dog's in there. You know, like in Smash Brothers, where you get to choose, like when you choose for glory or for fun. When you choose for fun, that's basically you choose between team battle and free for all. And for glory, you choose between team battle, free for all, and one-on-one. In Splatoon, if you choose regular battle, you do turf war. That's fine. In ranked battle, if you choose ranked battle, you don't get to choose your mode. It's pre-decided. So, what am I saying here? Imagine if in Smash Brothers, when you clicked For Glory, you didn't get to choose one-on-one. You didn't get to choose if you wanted Team Battle or if you wanted Free-for-all. And it was all pre-decided. How many of you actually play Free-for-all in Smash? I'm pretty sure anyone who has a pretty good grasp on how to play Smash Brothers and is into the, is pretty good at the game knows that For Glory is the best way to. I'm not making this a generalization, but anyone I know who plays Smash online plays For Glory on one-on-one. But imagine if you weren't they made it so one set of 4 hours you had to play Team Battle. Now, nothing's wrong with Team Battle. Team Battle is a regular thing in tournaments, competitive play. But Free-for-all is not a tournament competitive play thing. One-on-one, Team Battle, those are the competitive play things. And imagine if you were only allowed to play Free-for-all. Not only is Free-for-all not a competitive thing, but it's also the where most of the connection errors happen. And you wouldn't want to have 4 hours where you're basically forced to live with the fact that you might get a connection error. Oh well, you're stuck in this until 12 o'clock. That wouldn't fly in Smash Brothers. Same thing with Splatoon. It should have been where you got to pick. When you pick Rank Battle, it pulls up a sub menu, and you choose between Rainmaker, Splat Zones, and Tower Control. You get to pick between those three, and it's really that simple. I know the reason they don't have it now is because when the game came out, there wasn't much content to begin with, but still, they updated the menu when they added, squad battles and private battles, so they could have just updated it so that when you click on Ranked Battle, it pulls up a sub-menu where you can pick between the three modes. And it's not like one of the modes would be overshadowed. There's 4 million people playing the game, or at least 4 million people that have the game. Out of those 4 million, out of those three modes, do you think out of 4 million people, no one's going to be playing? My least favorite mode is Tower Control. Do you think, since Tower Control is not my favorite, it's not going to be overshadowed? There's 4 million people playing the game. Someone's going to play it. Out of 4 million people, at least 8 people are going to be playing it. At least. But, yeah, that's one thing. They got to do that. They should have done it to begin with. Actually, all of these things are things that they should have done when they released the game. And then when they make the next, because it's like standard shooter, not even standard shooter, just standard online gaming things that just, it's like, why don't you have it? Another thing about the online features is the fact that you can't pick your stages. Now, this one's a little bit different. The more the stages, the more the content, the more likely something's going to get overshadowed. Because I know a lot of people don't like Mahi Mahi Resort. I personally hate Mahi Mahi Resort, and I know a lot of people also hate that. But another easy way they could fix this is make it just like how Mario Kart 8's stage selection is, where they give you 3 suggestions of a stage, and then a separate suggestion box that's random, and everyone that's in the room will pick off of those 3 suggestions or pick random, and it'll pull up a random stage. I know this will make it more, well, maybe not random. They could keep random out, but at least pull up 3 random suggestions of the 16 stages. Because I think when the next stage, or when the next game comes out, they'll probably have the same amount of stages. Maybe they'll bring back retro stages, but still, they gotta make it so that you can choose your stage to an extent. Like I said, bring up suggestion boxes every time a room gets started up. And they don't need to worry about server issues. There's no server issues when 4 million people are playing the game. The only server issues that happen now are splatfests and just people turning off their Wii U. But anyway, those are things that need to happen with the online features. If you guys have any ideas on or comments on other basic online features that need to be updated. Oh, they need to add another mode to regular battle, because Turf Wars is enough to, you know, satisfy you for a little bit, basically until you get to level 10. But just leveling up takes forever. Even just getting to level 10 is a lot to go through, and Turf Wars, going through like 2 weeks of Turf Wars, if you're more casual, let's say you go to work and you can't play Splatoon 24/7 like everyone else does, so you can't get to level 10 as quickly as everyone else does. It took me a while to get to level 10, but because I had to work. But if they had another mode where, like a more casual mode, maybe they could have a free-for-all, like I said before. Honestly, where it was just like a 4-player free-for-all, just like in Smash. I think it would be awesome if there would be, like, you know, 4 different colors of ink flying across the map. But anyway, I'm getting into a completely different subject. But anyway, they just have to have some different mode to change it up a little bit in regular mode. Oh, and now I figured out. They need to make it so you can change your weapon in ranked battle after you join a room. You can do it in squad battle. You can do it in private battle, but you can't do it in the other modes that are casual. Like, what's the point? Why did you put it in those modes, but you didn't put it in the other ones? It's kind of stupid, because now you have to. I guess well, there's already a time limit before the match starts anyway, so why not do it? Just it's pretty self-explanatory why it needs to happen. Okay, so I think I've gotten most of the points about the basic online features down. Now we're here with the last thing about Splatoon, and this is the main reason that many people refuse to play Splatoon, and this is the reason Splatoon isn't like on every Wii U, Nintendo, because a lot of people that have a Wii U refuse to get Splatoon because of this. It needs voice chat. So, to my understanding, and it's not to my understanding, it's fact, Nintendo specifically said that they didn't put voice chat in Splatoon because people are mean in shooters. Nintendo. Whenever someone first plugs in their Wii U, what is one of the first things they have to, or maybe it's, I don't remember honestly I don't remember when I first plugged in my Wii U, but still, what is one of the first things that, like, you encourage the parents to do when they first plug in their Wii U? Parental controls. What is this? Okay, are you the parents of any of the kids playing these games? Oh, maybe your children, but does that mean you have to completely take away the right of freedom of speech? And it kind of, I mean, I guess you could say there is kind of a boundary when it comes to video games stuff. You don't want the teenagers saying bad language to the 13-year-old kids, because that's a audience you're obviously going for with Splatoon. But still, that's the parents' job, not yours. You're not I'm just gonna bring my sister up for an example. You're not her mother. Her mother is her mother, and she will tell her whether or not she's allowed to use voice chat. So she'll put the parental controls up. That's her job, not yours. We should be allowed to voice chat. And here's another thing. That's our choice anyway. So if we don't want to hear anyone talking shit to us, we'll just block them. Most people, in fact, I'm just gonna say it. I haven't played this since I got it. I played it when I got it. That was it. When I got Black Ops for Wii U, I did do the voice. I did see if there were any voice chat features in it. I did play it, and as soon as I turned the voice chat on, you know what I heard? Fuck this, fuck this. But guess what? I just turned it off because I didn't want to hear it anyway. Nintendo, it's not your job to tell people what not to say, or it is on Miiverse, but this is a Miiverse. This is a whole different thing. It isn't your job to tell kids what not to say. You're not their parents. Their parents are their parents, and they do it. They tell their kids what not to do. So that's my main gripe with this whole voice chat thing, and why Nintendo was stupid on that part. The other thing is, they could easily make it to where you can only voice chat with your friends or something, or you could only voice chat in, you know, in the what do you call it? Squad battles. It's also that simple. I know, like in Smash Brothers, and when you're in private battles, you can. Sorry. You can do voice chat in that, and you could make it as simple as that too, where like in when you're before you. I know. Here's the main problem. Here's the main thing that's, you know, I guess this is why, and I should have put this in the whole online features thing. The reason they don't put voice chat in, the biggest reason, and this is why Nintendo's stupid too, because it's not the fact that people are mean on online shooters. It's the fact that people from around the world are playing Splatoon, and the fact that they don't have a regional feature where you can choose your region, choose whether to play worldwide or to play, you know, in the Americas. That's the main reason why voice chat wouldn't work. That should have been what they have said when they said, when they told the press why they weren't going to put voice chat in, because they have people speaking different languages, and if I'm trying to talk to someone, I don't want to be hearing like gibberish, because honestly, pretty much everyone who plays Splatoon here in America knows that. Because I guess most of us, I know I play mostly at night hours when people in Japan are usually up, you know, awake. But you know, I don't want to be hearing gibberish across the from Japan or people in Europe like Germany or French or something like that. But that could easily have been fixed with a regional battle system and the online features, the basic online features. But anyway, if there were a regional feature, then you could easily make it so that, like, in the waiting room, you can like talk to people. You know, you could do voice chat like you do in Smash Brothers, and then once the game actually starts, you only have the voice chat with the people that are on your team. And again, it's as easy as a button, or just taking out your headphones if you don't want to hear what the people are saying, because they're assholes saying fuck you all over the place. That's their decision. They'll say whether or not they want to, you know, listen to that shit. And really, honestly, there's really nothing more I could say that I haven't already said about this. They need pretty much every online feature, every basic online feature I said, where you need to be able to pick your mode, you need to be able to at least kind of pick your stages, randomize them. There needs to be another regular battle mode, and there has to be regional play. That's the thing about the online features. There needs to be local multiplayer and co-op single player. Local multiplayer things. And there has to be voice chat. Nintendo is not the parents. The parents are. Let them do their job. So that's all I have to say about this. If you guys have anything to say about this video, and in the comments, if you have any ideas on other things that pertain to these 3 points that I mentioned, let me know in the comments. That's pretty much it. I know this was a lengthy video, but that's the nature of these kind of videos. Take care and carry on. Sorry, I forgot to salute.